Board of Education meeting. Thank you everyone for attending tonight. I'm so sorry for the delay. So I would like to open by starting with we have a quorum, all board members are present, and I would like everyone to rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I would first like to start by taking a moment to say that today is Unity Day for everybody who's not aware, and that's why many of us are wearing the color orange. This day celebrates the promotion of kindness, acceptance, and inclusivity in building unity. So the color orange is worn because it's associated with safety and visibility, but nowadays we have various colored shirts to signify our support for special causes. So like we have green tonight also for mental health awareness. So now this one is especially important to me because it bridges all of those things together and is what we as a board are working towards this year. So as a school district, it's essential to educate our youth in kindness, acceptance, and inclusion, and not only just teach these principles, but demonstrate and practice them by being modeled with them. So as we are aware, children look up to the adults around them, whether that be parents, teachers, friends, etc. They are looking for the good in the world, and together we can be just that. So I hope today is not just another day, but becomes a significant day to pause and reflect on how kindness, acceptance, and inclusion of all can and will change the world. So please remember to spread kindness and be inclusive of all. Okay. The next order of business is the superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. We're going to begin this evening. I know that everyone is here for Board Appreciation Night. We do have a presentation on our reserve planning that we're going to present. Ms. Lockman is going to present it at this time. It's not a very long presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. I will be quick, and I apologize. I am getting over being sick, so I will try to talk quickly before I have a coffee fit. We're going to go over our reserve plans. Every year around this time, the board just met earlier this evening with the auditors to accept the financial statements for the year, for year-end 23-24. They will be presented online for everybody to view at your leisure. If you have nothing else to do one night and can't sleep, please feel free to read the 83-page document and tie out numbers if you would like to do math. So once that's complete, we finally have numbers that have been audited and confirmed for year end, so we know what our reserves are looking like going into the new school year. And as we plan for next year's budget, this is the basis for that planning that we present each year. And then in November, the board will adopt the reserve plan document itself. And again, that will be posted on the website as well. So what are reserves? They're monies that we have in what's called a savings account. Essentially, you have a savings account for your house, for those rainy day funds, for things that may happen that are unanticipated. We put aside money based on general municipal law as well as educational law. And it's developed for the board and public to understanding all different funding limits that are established under these two criteria. So that plan document itself gives a definition of each reserve, what we can and cannot do with it, the maximum funding levels for it, and how much we currently have in each fund at the end of the school year. We fund our reserves with surplus at the end of each year, so that's why we have to wait till the financials are finished so we know what our surplus, if any, is available to use. So every year we're allowed to have a maximum of 4% undesignated, which is 4% of your following year's budget. Anything above that is used to fund reserves for those savings accounts that we have in place. This year, we were able to put aside just over $2 million into our various reserve funds. These are the different reserves that we currently have in place. The only one that's under educational law is the capital reserve, which the voters of the community approved a couple of years back. Voters approved that to be funded, and then they approve it again to be spent. So once that is funded, The board does not have authorization to use that money until we put it up for vote. And the public authorizes us to actually use it for a specific project. The teacher retirement system and employee retirement system are for just that. We contribute to the pension plans of all our employees. We're allowed a certain amount of monies into those each year, maximums for funding levels. We follow the controller's audit for the employee retirement system and educational law for the teacher's retirement system. Unemployment reserve is just that. It's to pay for any unemployment expenses we might have within the course of the year. So you see it is a very small amount in that fund, as we tend to not have much with regards to unemployment expenses, but whatever does come up, we are able to tap into that reserve to help offset that expense. The employee benefit accrued liability is our reserve also for retirees. So as staff retires each year, as per their contract, they get a payout of either their sick time or their years of service to the district, depending on what their collective bargaining agreement states. And that is not something we budget for, as we don't know who's retiring each year or how much time they've accrued in order to be paid out. So we have what's called the EBLR is our acronym for it, reserve in place that we can go ahead and touch to help offset the expenditures at the end of each year. The board passes resolution each year as retirees give their notice so that we can have a net expense and revenue on both sides. The repair reserve has been set. We are slowly spending that down, doing various repairs throughout the district. The repair reserve we use we do a repair reserve hearing. The board authorizes the spending, and then we go ahead and do the project. The money then is a non-aidable expense that we're doing those projects on. So this year we did the repair of the tennis courts over the summer months using this funding source. And then the liability reserve is something that was established years ago, and it's usually established because there's a potential insurance claim that is not going to be fully covered. And you can't use that money unless it's for that specific purpose. However, when COVID was enacted, COVID laws were enacted, we were able to touch that money for one-time expenditures related to the pandemic. And we did use that money to purchase Chromebooks for the district so that we could have one-to-one devices for our students to take home during the COVID time. Over the 5 years, we have to pay that back. We have 2 more years left to pay that funding back, so that we're back to fully funding status of 2020. So fortunately, because of our funding levels and we are fiscally sound, the controller's office also measures you by fiscal stability, whether you're at risk or not. And that report usually comes out in about January, February, it gets released. And pleased to say that we remain stable. We don't have any designation, which is a good thing. And by doing that, it's because we have the healthy reserves. We keep ourselves out of fiscal stress. And by having those healthy reserves, we prevent any instabilities in our budget. So as we're coming into the new year budget cycle, and there's a potential of a state funding, almost pandemic, foundation aid is going to be held flat or not be increased. They're gonna run the formula. They're doing studies now on that. And we might not get the aid we had thought we would be getting a few years back going forward. So by having these reserves in place, it helps us to stabilize our budget. So for 24-25, the current school year, the board did authorize allocating some of our reserves to offset the expenditures within the budget this year. The employee retirement system, the teacher retirement system, and the unemployment reserve have been budgeted to be used this year with the intent to pay it back with surplus funds at the end of the school year. Again, the reserve plan itself, once adopted by the board in November, will be posted to the website. Last year's reserve plan is available to anybody that wants to go and take a look at it. Any questions from the board?
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Has it coughed over that? Sorry.
That wasn't bad, just $2. So the next point of the superintendent's report is actually a display of the partnership that we have with a community group, PTO. So present this evening, we have Ms. Kuble, Ms. McClary, and Ms. Davidson that will be presenting the winners of the PTO Reading Challenge. Thank you.
So So the PTO has started hosting a 20-minute reading challenge each year, and this is one of our bigger fundraisers. So this year, our students collectively raised $4,021.31. And so again, we like to reiterate that all of the money, 100% of the money we raise goes back to our students, which we serve grades pre-K through 12th grade. So tonight, we are going to honor our 3 top winners. So in 3rd place, we have Faith Hudgens. Faith raised $306, and she is in kindergarten in Miss Larson's class. Second place, we have Katie Kubley. She raised $360. And then first place, we have Mr. Riley McDevitt. With $650. Stand next to Katie. I didn't add the number. 12.
Do you guys want to get there?
Yeah.
Do you want to get to the next list?
Wait, take a picture of the exact picture.
No, I'm trying to move out of the way. Better than that.
Okay,
I would
Very reading.
Also tonight, we want to recognize our student volunteers. Of course, since we're PTO, we could not exist without volunteers. We try to take care of our student volunteers. We started having this prizes for the top 3 that volunteer the most hours. Plus, senior year, we try to give a substantial scholarship of at least $1,000 to the top senior who has volunteered the most, plus other things that we take into account. Anyway, so 3rd place this year, well, last year, goes to Tamia Bell. Very reliable, very great. She volunteered 16 hours of her free time last year to help us put on our events. So, yeah. We have Alexandra DeSantis. Not here, we'll get this to her. She volunteered 21 hours last year. And then takes a whopping 41 hours is Jack Mayer. He also
thank you, PTO, for coming out tonight and acknowledging the work of the students. Tonight's a special night for us. We're looking at appreciation of our Board of Education. I think all of you know that the Board of Education members, they're volunteers. So they don't receive a salary, there are no benefits. They come to every meeting, every Board of Education meeting. They have to read a tremendous amount of material that we forward to them prior to the meeting so they can be informed. They come out to honor societies, concerts, they dedicate a tremendous amount of time. And at times it can be a cycle, because you're taking time away from your family, taking time away from yourself, from your friends, to dedicate to the community. And they do it because they love the community. They really do. They have a tremendous amount of dedication, tremendous amount of eagerness to the work that we're doing to ensure that our students have the best education possible, to ensure that our facilities are well maintained. And as a sign of my appreciation to every board member here, I do have a personal gift for each of you. So I just want to thank you for your support, for the tireless work that you do, for your dedication, and for being there for every student, every staff member that is at the Center Merchant School District. So thank you. It's just a small token of my appreciation.
And the students, the PTO, all of our clubs, we really appreciate all of you, all of the parents as well.
So to begin the evening, we're going to go in order by school. So I'm going to call up Mr. Ritchie as well as Ms. Jackson to present for the elementary.
Coming out, obviously, big turnouts like this show how much we actually do appreciate all the things. Mrs. Jackson?
So I wrote it down, so I can do it quick. I don't want to be too wordy. Happy Unity Day. We want to express our appreciation to the Center Merchant Board of Education, all of the members here, for your unwavering commitment and support for our students and our school community. Your leadership and shared vision help create a positive environment for our students and staff to continue to grow. So thank you.
So first up, we have just a quick couple of songs from our kindergarten singers as a token of our appreciation for our Board of Ed. So if Ms. Basil, Ms. Sotong, and Ms. Lopez can come up. Senora Lopez, sorry.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends. Gracias, gracias, mis amigos. Gracias, gracias, mis amigos. Gracias, gracias, mis amigos. Gracias, gracias, mis amigos. Gracias, gracias, mi camino. Gracias, gracias, mi comida. Gracias, gracias, mi comida. Gracias, gracias, mi comida. Saboni, saboni, mi topa. Saboni, saboni, mi topa. Saboni, saboni, mi topa. Saboni, saboni, mi topa. Great job.
And just one more thing that we had to show our appreciation for Clayton Dewey. We have Mr. Masson and members of our student council that have another gift for them to show our appreciation.
All right, so on behalf of Student Council, so we just wanted to present the board with a gift to show our appreciation for all of the commitment and dedication to the district, and then a few of our students had a few words that they would like to say.
Thank you, Santa Rosa's Board of Education, for putting a lot of time and effort towards making this school year a great place for all the students and making the school district the best place to be.
You can trust this year's student council to help you continue to make the school and community a better place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we have our kindergarten singers come back up to take the picture with us? Come join us. Yeah. Maybe And next up, we're going to pass it off to Dr. Reggio and Mr. Longjohn from our middle school.
Everyone that's here from middle school will come up together. All right, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the middle school, we want to thank the Board of Education for the tireless work that they do and also their volunteers that really support the middle school. At the middle school, one of our favorite ways to start the day is the middle school morning show. And this year, we have a new segment called Superstar Shoutouts, and Mr. Longjohn added to our morning show. The morning show is a great way for our students, staff, and parents and community to stay abreast of what's happening at the middle school. And there's always new segments being added. The kids added what's on the menu this year as well. They go over what they're eating for lunch, and it's new segments all the time. We'll have new anchors starting this month, so that's exciting. And Superstar Shoutouts is where staff and students can nominate who they would like to shout out for acts of kindness or really going above and beyond. And it's kind of taken off. So we're going to show you today's episode, which is dedicated to Board of Education.
Good morning, Santa Rosa's. Welcome to the morning show. Today is Wednesday, October 16th, and it's an A Day. We are your hosts, Kaya, Sadie, and Maya Leah.
What's on the menu?
Today's delicious lunches, hot dogs, hot diggity dog.
Attention all middle schoolers, there is a book drive happening in the library. Please bring any old and unwanted books and drop them in the book drop box. There is a collection starter for victims of Hurricane Helene and Milton. Boxes will be located in the middle school lobby.
Items that are being collected are first aid items, garbage bags, gloves, toothbrushes, toothpaste, Clorox wipes, paper towels, feminine products, baby wipes, diapers, socks, and underwear.
The collection ends on October 23rd. And now a special announcement from Mr. Longjohn.
Good morning, Santa Maria Middle School. It's your assistant principal, Mr. Longjohn, and I'm here with a very, very special superstar shout out. Today is Board Appreciation Day, and I want to talk to you guys about what the Board of Education is. Here at Santa Maria, our Board of Education consists of 5 of our community members who volunteer their time to make Santa Maria School District the best school district it could be. They're doing everything that they can do to make sure you have a wonderful learning experience and that the children in this community get everything they need when they come to school, and that the teachers are supported, and that even us assistant principals and principals that we have the support and everything we need to do what we need to do to help you guys. So today I want to give a very, very special superstar shout out to our Board of Education, starting with our President, Mrs. Sliansky, our Vice President, Mrs. Harrell. I also want to shout out Mr. Babsian, Dr. DePerry, and Mr. Kennedy. Special shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything you do on behalf of not only myself and our principal, Dr. Reggio, but all the students and all the teachers, all the staff here at Senator Richards Middle School. Thank you guys, and have a great day.
Good morning. Today is October 16th, Unity Day. What is Unity Day?
I don't know what's even on. What's Unity Day?
Unity Day is a day of kindness, acceptance, and inclusivity. Here's a little video to show you what Unity Day is all about.
So we'll stop it there. So on behalf of the middle school, thank you. That's a little peek of our morning show. So you can always go on the website to see the full show if you want to learn more about Unity Day, which is clear and shared. Next up, we have Holden who's going to give you our artwork. So this, Mrs. Mayo and her art students created this piece of art for the boardroom, and you might not be able to see it from there, but these are all fingerprints from many of our students. So we hope that that's representative, like, as you know, each fingerprint is unique, just like our students and the 1,500 students that you serve in Sun Ridges. So we hope that this hanging in the boardroom will be a reminder to you this year of the students that you're serving and that we're all working for here in Sun Ridges, and the uniqueness of each of them that you're working towards. They're all turned into little birds because you help them spread their wings and fly, but each uniquely different. And Holden, you want to show them your fingerprint? Holden's is a little chick. On the bottom left, it's yellow. You want to give them to your board? Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe you want to do the rest and then we'll take a group picture. Okay. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Slipside.
Okay, thank you. I'm here on behalf of the middle school cross-country team. It's our first season that the middle school has had a cross-country team. And so it's been a very exciting fall. And these are some of our students. This is Coach Harris, who looks like one of our students. Working with us. This is Jubilee, Jacqueline, Oliver, Kellen, and Ryan. And we have 14 students on the team for the first year program for cross country, which is just fantastic. And it's kind of piggybacked off of when they were in 6th grade. They were all 7th graders. When they were in 6th grade, the board also approved a new club called the Rising Roadrunners. We're wearing the shirts, not only Unity Day, we're also wearing Rising Roadrunner t-shirts that are orange. And so the club kind of was our feeder program. So we kind of, just gave them an introduction last year into running a little bit, running through the trails in the back and playing different sports and just kind of getting them ready for 7th grade and interscholastic sports. And that grew into getting approval for a cross-country team. And so we wanted to come tonight just to express our thanks and also share how amazing this has been. These students were all beginners as runners on the first day of school. And little by little, they have just made so much progress. We started off with the motto that walking is good. We're moving forward, we're here, and we're participating. And it grew to, by the end of next week, when the season ends, they'll have run over 100 miles for the season. So, for our appreciation, we brought some Rising Roadrunner t-shirts. We're going to leave it over here for you. And Coach Harris has a card that she'll hand on behalf of all the runners. And thank you again for this opportunity. And we'd like to say to the elementary students coming up, we're waiting for you to be a Rising Roadrunner in 6th grade. It's open to everyone, even if you don't want to pursue running as an interest. We use it as a pathway to introduce you to what being on a team is all about, and to see running as an enjoyment, not as a punishment. Yeah, so that goes.
Thank you so much. Just for perspective, when we first started, some of us couldn't even run a quarter of a mile without stopping, and today we did almost 4 miles without stopping. So for those of you who run or work out of any sort, you know that 4 miles is pretty legit. It's pretty intense, even for someone who's a runner. So thank you, and when they go up to the high school, they'll be more prepared than someone who hasn't been on the middle school varsity team.
Thank you. Yes, and before the picture, I just want to present you with some cards that our middle schoolers made in Mrs. Harrison's class. They wrote all about things that they're grateful for the Board of Education. So they range, some of them say like we're grateful that we get to go on field trips, we have working Chromebooks, the supplies, our buses, the air conditioning, and some of them talk about the data that you collect, the way you keep us safe, and your support. So they all, this is from the students that are grateful for. And, on behalf of the middle school, thank you for all that you do, listening to the voice of the students for new programs. So this is like one piece of a new initiative this year, and it's really taken off. It's been amazing, especially for some students that have never played sport in their life, and now they are on the team and running miles a day. So we're grateful for our staff members' passion for what they do, and for all of you for volunteering. So thank you.
You have a great lighthouse. I'm running. Always smiling, even
Okay, before I turn it over to Mrs. Mangonia, Mrs. Foreman, I just want to introduce he's going to kind of be the in-between between the middle school and the high school, and I just want to thank the music department and Mr. Confrey for opening the cafe to she's doing high school stuff too. No, that's okay. I just want to thank Mr. Confrey for opening our cafe this year to middle school students, so that has been a great new addition. Our hit band was middle school, high school, and now our cafe this week. So thank you, Mr. Confrey. And we're going to have some music, and Mrs. Mangonia and Mrs. Foreman are coming up from high school.
I'll keep this pretty short. This is a representation of our pep band. We have about 20 to 25 students who, depending on schedules, games, and all sorts of other things, we play at the football games, but also for other little events. We're going to be playing Down the Field, which happens to be our school fight song. It's not the high school fight song. This is the fight song that, if you ask the grandparents of kids who are going here now, they still sing the lyrics as we play it down Main Street. So there are words if you'd like to hear them. Maybe not tonight, but if you'd like to see them for you, I can ask for them. But this is when we had one school district. So they're from at least the 60s, if not even earlier than that. So it starts off with March versus Men, which tells you how dated it is. You can go forward with some time. But we're going to just play one score. Every time we have a touchdown or a score on a football game, this is what the team hears, and also when the march off and when they come out into the play at the beginning, this is what they come. No.
Thank you, Humphrey, and our band. Forms up here. All right, can I get my artists to come up? So, good evening. Sorry, I just dove right in. I'm sorry. Good evening. Marissa Mango, I'm the high school principal. This is Miss Katie Foreman. She is the AP. Part of what we pride ourselves in is not talking too much and like making the kids do it, right? By the time we're in high school, we try to have them kind of advocate for themselves and lead the way. So I am going to turn it over to them, but I do want to take a minute. We did have our orange on earlier. We did, and we're still in unity. But if you look out over everybody who is here, it's pretty outstanding that we have students from the littlest, right? And it's a school night, and then we have middle schoolers, older kids who are driving themselves here and out. We have teachers who have to be back in the morning. It's our staff and our community really come out to show our appreciation because it doesn't go unnoticed, everything that we do have and that we don't take it for granted. So thank you to our Board of Ed, and thank you to everybody who did come out. I know that it's not easy to do so, but I'm very proud of our high school kids, but even it's hard to, I'm sorry, it's hard to compete with the little kindergartners. You guys are going to try, and I hope for you, but that's tough. All right, so Jasmine, you're taking away? All right, so Jasmine's going to lead us. Go ahead, Jen.
So dear Board of Education, in ancient Egypt, a cartoon was as golden leaf in place inscribed with hieroglyphs representing a person's name and identity. Using a hieroglyphics translation chart, students from the creative class around the world class carefully recorded their names and attached the hieroglyphics symbol to a bright oval, creating a unique approach to express gratitude for your service on the world of education. Additionally, the art field contributed by crafting handmade thank you cards personalized solutions for you. We are grateful for your support of the art and your dedicated service. Thank you from the bottom of
So our art students created personalized hieroglyphic pieces of artwork. It's pretty outstanding. Again, this is not, I wouldn't have been able to come with that, like on my own, right? But Ms. Sandberg, Mr. Pedrigo have some great artwork too, and our students really take this on as projects, and it's pretty remarkable what they can do. So we also have a piece of artwork. So our digital photography kids are pretty outstanding. So we usually every year take one of our pieces of artwork to bring to the boardroom to kind of give it some life. And we have that as well as our Art Honor Society students also signed a thank you frame because that's how we do things. We like to show it. So you guys can present that also. I'm not sure where we're putting okay, so right there. So thank you to all of our artists. Thank you to Ms. Sandberg and Mrs. Federico. I think that our teachers and our kids did a great job. So. I'll make it up. Yeah. Once you do that, once you do that, you're gonna do them I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That just comes out sometimes. Peer leadership, we get our crew up here too while we're taking a picture. So I have a couple of artists that are gonna say, so anybody from the high school, come on up and we'll take a picture. Yeah, you guys can come.
coordinate while we're taking a picture, right? I'm just trying. Yeah, no.
Want to come up? Because we didn't get a picture of the bottom two.
Okay, so we have students who are part of our peer leadership program. This is something that we have built over the years and have embedded it into our curriculum, our everyday curriculum. So we actually have two of our teachers here today, Mr. O'Brien and Ms. Ross, who are about to shout out, thanks. And we have some of our amazing students who, when we ask them things like, what do you guys want to do? They come up with ideas. And again, sometimes I'm like, yeah, you're going to be able to pull that off, and then they do. So big shout out to Casey for really like taking the lead on this. But if you guys want to, Grace, you're gonna speak, say a little something, and okay, go for it.
Okay, so we have a video, and this is we have on us. And thank you guys for all you do for our school and for us. Yeah.
Sports clubs and events. So we can have a great high school experience and feel more prepared for the future. Thank you for hiring us security to keep us safe. Thank you for our sports and clubs.
Thank you so much to the Board of Ed for helping us have an amazing education
And for our sports. Thank you for Unified Basketball.
Thank you for the school store. Thank you for everything you do for our sports teams.
Thank you for supporting our football team. Thank you for making the school good. Thank you for letting us go to spring training. Thank you for supporting the baseball program.
Thank you for supporting our education.
Thank you for all you do to support the teachers and the students here at Santa Mauritius. We're really lucky to have such a great school and such an awesome community, so thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for giving us the Unified Sports Program.
Thank you so much to our Board of Education members. We know that you work tirelessly for us, our students, our staff, just trying to make our district better every single day. We really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. Appreciate everything you do.
To our Board of Education, thank you so much for all of your hard work and the support you give us and all of our seniors.
Dear Board of Education, thank you so much for the support that you have given to the entire ENL community in our district. Because of you, the ENL community is in a much better place than ever. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you for all your support and for all you do for students, and we appreciate you.
I would like to say thank you for all the teachers who support me and help me and also ENL students. It helps that too much. They speak aloud with me and then they help us to learn all the classes that we make. Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you do for our special ed programs and what you do for our community here at Santa Mauritius.
Thank you, Board of Education.
Thank you, Board of Ed. 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 Thank you, Board of Ed.
Hello, I'm James Sanker.
I'm Gabby D'Angelo.
From Mr. O'Brien's peer leadership class, we'd like to express our thanks to the Board of Education for all they've done for us.
Supporting our students, staff, and making our community a better place.
Thank you.
I will send that to you all so that you can make sure that you hear all of that, because it's really amazing to hear. Every year, we always give our board members and our district administration a yearbook from the prior year. Our kids worked very hard on it. Ms. Hughes worked on it as well. So we're going to present those to you guys. And then I promise I only have one more thing before I turn it over to Ms. Dittmeyer. One of the fan favorites has been the tech project. You can give it to anybody. No, all, yep, just one to each. They're not named, just one to each. Thanks, guys. You're so efficient. Yes, everyone got one.
Thank you.
Our tech program has really grown. Our students are very creative, and each year they really try to kind of, continue to advance. So Mr. Spinaris has been doing an amazing job with our students. And last year, they made cutting boards for our Board of Education members. However, Mr. Kennedy is our newest member, and since this was such a hot commodity, we made sure to get you one as well. Along with that, we also have posters that were created by our students. I just want to give you a little bit. Look at this. Like this, they're wood burning. I can't speak as well as I want to about this, but it's pretty remarkable what they can do. And there's all Santa Marcia's pride basically on all of these. So it's pretty amazing what our kids can do. So we're going to give that to each of our board members as well. So thank you very much for all of your support. Thank you. Now Ms. Dittmeyer is going to present a few things. She is our Director of Special Education, our Interim Director of Special Education, so she's going to give a lot of great programs that she wants to represent and say to you guys.
Good evening, everyone. Ms. Dittmeyer, I'm the Interim Director of Special Education. I just want to start off by saying that we started our night talking about unity and kindness and acceptance and inclusivity. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting our programs for our students with disabilities here in the district. We've certainly grown a lot since I've been working here since 2011. So our programs just continue to grow, and we can't thank you enough for all that you do to continue to support that. Also a very special year actually for our April 1 is the 20th anniversary of the program here in Santa Maria School District. We have a number of our Able 1 students here tonight. We have Able 1 teachers and teaching assistants here tonight. So I'm going to have someone come up, like Ms. Seeley and Ms. Wilters. So from the elementary, they created this for you. This is thank you for helping us to bloom, and each Able 1 student at the elementary school wrote or whatever they were capable of, put something within one of the roses for you all. So I'll share that with you guys. All right, I'm not going to say. All right. And then we also have from some of our 12-1-1 students. So from the K-1-2, we have some homemade cards, and also from some of our middle school students, also wrote cards. If none of them wrote that, that was great. Yeah, some of them are a little more.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's a few extras. There's a couple of well, we can take extras. And then from our middle school 811, they actually need homemade bracelets that they show with these. And if you look at them, it's really sweet because it says 811 loves BOE. So there's one of those for each of you And then some of you may know about some of the programs that we have in the high school especially. So special shout outs for our people in the high school because they have dates for you this evening. So to go with your coasters when you're drinking the coffee and putting them on your coaster, there's some cookies and brownies and treats. With Sigerson and Ms. Kalinowski and our one in the school and some of their students. Yeah. And then also some of our students, Ms. Peterson and Ms. Conley, there's a lot of their students do run our school store in the high school. So on behalf of the school store, we want to thank you for supporting that program as well. So from a little token from the school store. Thank you. From Unified as well.
Picture,
we're done. Yeah, I think this is the last. So we have also for Unified, which is pretty new to Center Riches the past year or so, but it's really hitting the ground running. And I want to thank you for supporting this growing program here. So thank you so much. And it's leading.
You all, we all feel very like, it's hard to receive them. We appreciate it, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everything. We really do. Yeah. We'll make you get up one more time for a picture. All right.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Perfect.
Thank you, everybody, for the wonderful gifts and attention for everything that we do. We really just do it because we love the community, we love the kids, and we really just want to make a difference. So thank you for supporting us. Thank you. Okay, so questions and comments regarding tonight's agenda only? Okay. Consent agenda items are approved via single vote unless they are removed from being a consent agenda item prior to vote. So be it resolved, a motion to approve the consent agenda, items 8A through 12B. Can I get a motion? Second,
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
General public comments? Members of the public who desire to address or question the board on any topic related to board work are welcome to do so at this time. Anybody? Anything they'd like to say? Informational items. Our next board meeting is Wednesday, November 6th. It's here at the Secondary Campus High School Library. And I also would like to mention that the first PTO membership meeting of the year is going to be on Wednesday, October 23rd at 6:30 in the Clayton Dewey cafeteria. And also on Tuesday, November 5th, there's no school for students because that is election day. Can I get a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting? Motion. Second? Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Thanks again, everybody.
Everyone, there are some snacks in the back, please, don't be back.